Good morning, students. Welcome to the science class. In this lesson, we will learn about energy. Lesson number 13, Amazing Energy. In the previous lesson, you learned that the world we live in is made up of matter and energy. Human beings are the integral part of nature. They have understood many natural events of the environment and tried to find out the reasons for the changes that takes place in the environment. They have learned to think scientifically about the amazements of nature. We in our daily life use the words like force, work, and energy. What are these? Let us know about them. After studying this lesson, you understand the meaning of work. What do you mean by work? Second, understand that energy is needed to do work. Third, understand the different forms of energy and give examples for the uses of different types of energy. Next, recognize the change of energy from one form to another form. Last, recognize the significance of conservation of energy. Now, what do you mean by work? You know that, student, every morning you have your breakfast and come to school. In the school, you have study and play different games. In the afternoon, you are very tired. You do not feel like doing any work. Why, students? Because you have exhausted your energy in studying and playing. You have got this energy from food. As long as you have energy, you are able to do various types of work. Once you exhaust your energy, you are unable to do any work. So we can say that work cannot be done unless we have energy. The work and the energy are related to each other, and energy is required for doing any kind of work, whether it is mechanical or physical. So, in our daily life, we do so many activities. The word commonly heard is work, but the word work has a definite meaning. In the above picture, both Ramesh and Rashida are doing activities deliberately using force. Ramesh can complete his work of lifting water from the well, but Rashida cannot move the wall in spite of several attempts. Means that in the first picture a boy pull bucket full of water from a well. You have done work. In another picture, the girl pushing the wall. She tried to push the wall again and again, but the wall is not moving. So we can say that here work is not done. Work is said to be done only when a force is applied on a body and the body moves through certain distance in the direction of the force. Means work is said to be done when a force is applied on a body. Second, A body moves through certain distance and the distance moved should be in the direction of the force. The word work has a different meaning. Work is done only when a body means mass is displaced, means that is moving. If you have moved a tiny bit of thread or a chalk dust, say by blowing it, you have done some work. As the thread or chalk dust particles are moved by your breath, but if you push a wall, however hard, it does not move and hence no work is said to be done. As the wall does not change its position, it cannot be displaced from one place to another place. It means your work is not done. So, how work is done? To displace an object, we apply certain amount of force on it. If the applied force is enough to overcome the weight of the object, it gets displaced, means they move and some work is done. But the weight itself is the force of the gravity acting on the body. Thus, we can say that work is done. Displacement takes place only when applied force overcome other opposing forces. It is said that work is done only when the force is applied on an object. Makes that object moves in the direction of the force. One activity is given here. Name any 5 work you do. For example, storing water, cleaning houses, washing clothes, arrange the clothes, painting, cooking. All these are the different work which we can do. You have done all the above works by applying force. When the force is applied on an object, the object changes the position or gets displaced. Work depends on the quantity of force applied on the object. One more activity is given in your textbook. Write the names of 3 works you have done today. So students, which work you have done today, you write here. I written 2 examples. Next to example you write yourself. So first one, I have completed my homework. I clean my cupboard. So energy is essential to do work. When we do any work, we want the energy. So students, we get the energy required to do work from food. We get the energy for doing several works from different sources in the environment. For example, we use physical energy. Motor vehicles run by fuel energy to carry loads. Solar energy is essential for plants to grow. Every work is related with the energy, and energy is required to do it. If work is needful activity, then energy is essential to complete the work. And work is also defined as making an object move from one place to another place. Energy is required to displace any object from one place to another place. Energy means we have learned that we required food to get energy and to do work. Similarly, engine of a motor car uses petrol or diesel to get energy. And we also know that we work more if we have more energy. We work less if we have less energy. We can say that energy is the capacity or ability to do work. So, energy can be measured by the amount of work a man can do. This energy and work are directly proportional to each other. So, what is the unit of energy, students? As work and energy are proportional, therefore, the work and energy, the SI unit of work and energy is joule. Joule is the unit of energy also. Understand, students? Energy. We use energy to do work. Energy is required to do work and displace any object from one place to another place. When we do any work, we want a energy. And where we get energy, students? We get energy from food. So, if we do any simple work, we want a less energy. If we do any hard work, we want a more energy. Understand, students? Next is different forms of energy. Flying, you can see in the images, students, here. Flying aeroplane in the space, running vehicles on land, sailing boat and ship on water, electrical appliances which are used to easy our daily works, all use one or the other form of energy. You can observe in the given picture, students. You can observe different forms of energy in the picture given below. Activities happen not only by human being but also several activities takes place naturally in the environment. Energy is essential for all these activities to take place. Let us know which is that essential energies. You can see in the image, students, here sun, windmill, train, water falling, and a farmer doing work. In all these activities, energies are present. Which energies are present? Listen, students. The sun. The sun get solar energy. In this image, you can see different forms of energy like sun, it gets solar energy. Windmill rotates with the help of air. So here wind energy is produced. Waterfalls, water energy, and a farmer working in the farm. Here farmer is using muscular energy. The train moving with the help of coal. Coal energy is used. So all these are the different forms of energy we use in our daily life. So we can say that first one, muscular energy. Activities like walking, climbing, pulling, pushing, etc. need muscular energy. This energy is released by chemical changes in our body. Muscular energy means energy which is released by chemical changes in the body. Activities like walking, climbing, pulling, pushing, running, jumping, exercise, yoga. In all these activities, we use muscular energy. How to maintain good energy? Yes, students, muscular energy can be increased by proper food and regular exercises. This is a form of energy which is produced in our body due to the chemical reaction of food. This is the muscular energy. Next is mechanical energy. Energy of an object by virtue of its position is called potential energy, and the energy due to its motion is called kinetic energy. Sum of potential energy and kinetic energy is called mechanical energy. Means mechanical energy is energy which is derived from any type of machine. Mechanical energy can be divided further into two types. They are potential energy and kinetic energy. Potential energy means huge water is collected there. This trapped water possesses potential energy. And kinetic energy means that the energy which is possessed by a body by virtue of its motion, means running or a moving, like vehicles, rotating fans, they possesses kinetic energy. So, like for here example is given, students, you can see in the images water stored in a dam, it possesses potential energy. When the stored water in a dam is allowed to outflow through crest gates, then potential energy gets converted into kinetic energy. Means energy is consisting two forms of energy, potential energy and kinetic energy. The sum of potential and kinetic energy is called a mechanical energy. Potential energy definition: it is the energy which is possessed by a body by virtue of its position and configuration. Example, you can see in the image, student, a rock sitting at the edge of a cliff has potential energy. If the rock falls down, the potential energy will be converted into kinetic energy. One more example, a stretched spring in a pinball machine has elastic potential energy and can move the steel ball. When released, it is converted into kinetic energy. Next is heat energy. We do our daily works by getting heat energy. Heat from energy like firewood, sun and fuel, etc. Heat energy means when fuel like kerosene, petrol or diesel burns, heat is produced, which in engine of automobiles gets converted into mechanical energy and automobiles move. The use of heat energy is the heat energy means that energy which converts water into steam, and later the you can also say that when your mother prepare tea in a kettle, its lid starts jumping up after some times. So we use in our daily life heat energy for cooking, ironing the clothes, uh, heat the water, etc. etc. Activity for heat energy, like when you rub your palms rigorously for some times and touch your cheeks, how do you feel, students? You feel warm. Why? Because muscular energy means when you rub your palms, here you use your muscles and it's converted into heat energy. Here, muscular energy converted into heat energy. We cook food, boil water, and do other works using the heat energy from fuels. Firewood, gas, kerosene, all these are the examples of heat energy. During winter season, you can see students condensed oil bottle means coconut oil bottle are kept near the hearth flame or in the sunlight. Why students? You can think and write because why we kept in the sunlight, because the oil bottles are become solid, so when we keep near to the sunlight it start melting because of heat energy. So students, we continue that lesson in the next video. Thank you students.